This is my mother's community, and it deserves the best. I don't own any building of any significance in Port Harcourt. When Wike asked our people that if we don't like, we should leave, and told us in Taw, I decided to evacuate Port Harcourt with the little I have, and I came home to set up buildings. This is not the only building here, there are so many. If we don't start opening up our place, nobody will open it for us. So this place is called Shepherd Camp. I can't describe it. It's my residence. If we're alive and it's finished, maybe we'll come and look at it. At that time, it will be self-descriptive, but now I can describe it. You can go around and look at it. It's just about 30% of total complex, how it will look like, because there's going to be a hall and a mosque attached to the buildings.
How are you able to achieve this feat? How are you able to maintain this camaraderie between you and the community?
Like I said, this is my community. A mother chicken, the hen protects her own. She uses her wings to cover her own, the chicks. And that's what the community provides for me. This is my mother's community, so it provides security for me. There are a lot of mysteries around in communities like this. A lot of mysteries around. You will not be able to understand what these mysteries are. Even as a Muslim, as people of other faiths, it's very difficult to understand these mysteries that surround our existence. And a lot of people take it for granted. But I must advise people not to take it for granted. There are do's and don'ts in every community. Do this, don't do that. As long as you abide by those rules, these things that you cannot really account for naturally will manifest themselves in ways that you cannot explain. So that is why all the places you go to, there are no fences. Even the one with fences, you can see through the fence, because there is more than what the eyes can see here. When wrong people are put in places, they will get disconnected from the people. When wrong people are put in places, they say square peg in square holes, round peg in round holes. So when you go and bring square peg and round hole, that's what causes disconnection. And people, you don't have the ability to discharge the role for which you are aspiring. You don't have the ability, or you want to use that role to oppress the people, like what is happening in Nigeria today, where somebody wakes up and takes other people's land and said they had temporary permission to use the land and come out openly. It's so bizarre. And tell the people that you have given it to somebody else. Is that person not entitled? And funny enough, all the celebrated land you are taking from people in Abuja, this land belongs to Southerners. Face the fear face. leg and face. You don't face the fear face. So you're afraid of the faces of some people. But you can deal with our own people. They mean nothing. So that's what politicians do. That's why they're afraid. When I went to University of Calabar, I became involved in student union politics. I became president of National Union of River State Students. And from there, when I left the university, I came here. And the Ijaw Nation provided a platform for me. First, it was the INC, then Motion, then IYC. And I have adequately maximized the use of this platform given to me by the Ijaw Nation in telling the world what the Ijaw people and other people in this part of the world they call Niger Delta are going through. And for that purpose, the God has also blessed me within this period and has given me the opportunity to be here. Even though I had been the most anti-government individual in this region, I had gone to detention over 70 times. I had gone through treason trials. Up to now, there's a treason charge hanging over my head. So, I've not done anything extraordinary. A lot of people are surprised. Why are people still following this guy? Why? The man has been deceiving them. He is using them to make money. Where do I use them to make money? So I cannot do business because I am on the side of my people. There's no government that has come that have not told them the truth. And there's no government that has come that has not seen me as an enemy. Even the government that was our own government, Goodluck Jonathan, people within Goodluck Jonathan government saw me as an enemy. Even though Goodluck did not see me as one, but people, his lieutenants, saw me as an enemy and did everything to make sure that no benefit comes to me. Even this government that I fought for, some people went that I had known Tinubu himself had known me, he had said it. They went to Tinubu, that this man, nobody can control him. So at 60, if I'm in the civil servant, would I not have retired? Somebody will still want to control me. So if at 60 somebody is still controlling me, when will I move from a puppet to a puppeteer? When me too, I will have somebody to use as a puppet. I refuse to be used as a puppet. So when people talk, go and do what I'm doing and see whether you survive. There are people who follow the Ken Saro-Wiwa. Are you still hearing their name? Eh?
That's why they are captivated.
They are more educated than me. They have everything. Who hears their name? Am I the only person who has been president of IYC? What of the ones that went before me and the ones that came after me? How many people are still hearing their name? So there are certain things that happen. You are not in control of it. Because you are genuine. You state your position very clearly. You don't give a damn a who about who likes it and who does not like it. When we were campaigning and dying for Tinubu and everybody was abusing him, when the whole world was shouting, we stood our ground. When we went to Abuja to say that they cannot intimidate us, and we stood our ground, people were laughing at us. When you are doing something, do it sincerely. And that's what has kept me alive till today. That's what has kept my name alive till today. And nobody has been able to do anything about it. Because when I say A, I meant A. I'm not talking about B and a shade of A behind it. It's A.
Let's talk about reverse.
Wike is doing it because there's a governor called Sim Fubara. Wike is doing all that he's doing because there's a governor called Sim Fubara who does not want any trouble, who says kuli temper, who says that my being a governor is not worth anybody dying. Lie. If we can say people will die, you too make sure that people die. If we can say people head will break, you too make sure that people head will break. Don't do that because your followers are there. That's why Wike is doing this thing. It's running. If some of us are governors, by now Wike will not come to Port Harcourt. Rivers State, he will not come. That's the truth of the matter. If you like, let him come with all the federal mind. He will stay in Abuja and do his federal mind. But this Rivers State, Balak Inebobia. But thank God for Fubara. Blessed are the peacemakers. Nobody so don't talk. But me, the one I believe is that the kingdom of God suffereth violence, and violence taketh it by force. I don't believe that blessed are the, what did that one say there? Blessed are the peacemakers, they will inherit the kingdom of God. You cannot inherit the kingdom of God when you are alive. Oh. It is when you die that you go and inherit the kingdom of God. Eh? So that one, my own is the kingdom of God suffered violence. And what happened to it? And violence taketh it by force.
Comment on these 27 pro-Wike lawmakers.
They are no longer lawmakers. So don't say 27 lawmakers. Former lawmakers. The Constitution is very clear on this issue. They defected. Whether they deny or not, that shows the character of Wike and his people. It shows their character. It shows that they are not people that we should waste our breath on. Why would we waste our breath on people who cannot own up to what they said, what they did, and what they stood for? Why? That shows that they are not people that anybody can even talk about. So I don't bother my head. I stop thinking about them. They are not lawmakers. If they like, they can run from pillar to post. At the end of the day, water will know its level.
Okay, now, what message of encouragement do you have for Fubara in the face of the hostilities from Wike that has continued over time?
Fubara should realize that people are following him and are dying on his behalf. And we who believe that it's on the right side of history, he should know that we are not ready to go and inherit the kingdom of God very soon. We are not ready to go and inherit the kingdom of God. The kingdom of God is not here. It's somewhere. After we have died. We are not ready to die now. I'm 60. I want to live. I want to enjoy this house. So those of us, he should know that the mandate given to him by Rivers people is to discharge his duties as governor of Rivers State and to stand firm and protect the life and property of Rivers State.
Can you react to the scrapping of the Niger Delta ministry?
You see, there's a problem in this. That's why it's very difficult for me to talk about Niger Delta. Because when Ijaw man makes sacrifice, everybody comes and say it's Niger Delta. And they grab it. They didn't make any sacrifice. We are the people who are dying. We are the people they call all manner of names. I saw one Wike supporter said, if this time we try, if we do anything, soldiers will come. I tell him, you will be the first to die. You that is talking, because we have seen your face, we will come and get you. Job people were not afraid. So that one, you tell people, soldiers to come and where? Where? The German, they fear that nonsense. Don't go and push people that are sleeping. You go and be pushing them, telling them something. If that is what Wike is telling them, we don't want to go to war. We know that not all Ikore people are with him. Let Wike not use Ikore people as sacrificial lamb. Because I have Ikore blood flowing in my vein. I can have sympathy. But the one from Sagbama, the one from Ogula, the one from Arugbo, that does not have any connection, because this community where we come from is an liberal community from Ikwere. This Obama is an liberal community, and it's one of the principal towns in Calabar. So somebody from here will not want to harm somebody from Elebrada. But what of somebody from Arugbo who have no connection whatsoever with Ikwere, and he sees Ikwere man saying that army people will come and kill us, and then army people went to Sema, crossed over to Sema and shot one Ijaw man, and the Ijaw people say, "Ha, Ijaw kimemia, wame bia, wamu bia, waku bia." When they say that, they say asawana, wana. Just play here. When they are coming, they will not know that one of their leaders, Dokubo Asari, is from Elebrada. They won't know that one, because from Arugbo, they don't know anywhere called Elebrada. It's an Ikore man that said army people should come and kill our people. They should guide what they say, because it's not possible. A lot of people want to see what others have seen before them. They want to see. We heard that the Ijaw people did this in Ondo State. We didn't see it. We heard that the Ijaw people did this one in Lagos. We didn't see it. We heard that the Ijaw people did this one in Edo State. We didn't see it. They did it in Delta. We did not see it. They want to see it. Rivers Ijaw had been able to manage. We have been able to manage and live peacefully with our brothers and sisters, so that the stories of Edo, Ondo, Delta will not be replicated here. But some people, we were ministers. Rivers Ijaw people were ministers. We did not become boisterous, cantankerous, and say all manner of things. Even in this community, in my family, we had Tam David who was a minister. We did not bring it here to come and kill people. We did not say, but my people will kill everybody. We'll call the army. He that diggeth a pit will surely fall inside the pit.
Let's come back home on River State governance. What areas do you think that Governor Fubara can concentrate?
Governor to concentrate on the economy. Governor, we have seen that even with little we are doing, so much is being made. We should look at the blue economy, the economy of the sea, start to go.
It has huge
potentials. Yes. It's very easy. Yes, for tourism and other things. The coastal areas, open up the coastal areas. Bring tourists, provide security for them. It's cheap. It's not rocket science. It's very cheap. Wallahi, I'm telling you. If I have the opportunity, I will go into it and demonstrate it. When I was coming home, people were laughing at me. I came to this town. I stayed in my cousin's house. Late Chief of Parks, he evacuated his matrimonial bed, his room for me. And I stayed in his house. And I feel sad that he's not alive to see what I have done. And today, drive around Obama. You can film. You can see the number of things we have put in place. I came here without anything. I came here when I was being haunted by government. I told myself I am going to change the narrative. I am going to change the narrative. And I did. And I'm going somewhere else. And I've told the people, I'm going to change the narrative. Go to Cotonou. If you see my buildings, you'll be shocked. But what does the government of Nigeria give me? I've never been in government. They've never given me multi-billion contracts. See, when you think every one kobo you have, you want to magnify it. You want to multiply it. You want to change it to something else. All that you live for is for multiplication, not by all these crimes being committed. Fubra is going to stay 8 years. In 8 years, let it change the narrative. Let people turn back tomorrow. And he can become president of Nigeria. If somebody like Wike wants to aspire to become president, why will Fubra not have this thing to aspire to become president? Wike, what does Wike know? To go and break people's houses, demolish people's houses, give it to his cronies, or mortar and rods? Government. That is what a government like Ahmed Bola Tinubu government would be. Look at Iran today. The whole world is talking about Iran. Why? Because the government, the leadership of Iran sat down and said, we cannot be perpetually under the threat of Western powers. We are going to create our own. And that's what we want to change. We want to change the narrative. You will see, we will bring money. Kalawari people should be ready. Money is coming. The money that is coming, they've never imagined it. It's not about oil alone. And we'll partner with the government. If the government is ready, we'll bring the money. And we'll abolish poverty in Rivers State, to the shame of people like Wike and others. When Rivers State governor said, Rivers State can operate without federal allocation. There are several things in Rivers State that grows wild. You don't need to plant them. Plantain, banana, they grow wild. In all this area, you are passing, you see them, they are growing wild.
Yes.
Palm plants, like palm trees and so on. They grow wild. So we harness these things. We put them together. First and foremost, we repair and salvage our land by doing proper cleanup. It's not expensive. Don't mind this 419 Ogoni cleanup. It's 419. They're not doing anything. They're not doing anything, and I'm very, very ashamed that Ogoni people are buying into this fraud against their people. And they're sharing the money and they're chopping it. 419. Proper cleanup is what we want. We clean our land, clean our rivers, clean our waterways. And you see
IYC to the limelight. What have you been doing to settle your boys?
it's not about settlement. There is one Jonathan Lokpobri who we supported to become president, thinking that because he can speak English, we needed somebody who can articulate the issues. And all of a sudden, his brother became Minister for State Petroleum. And his brother said Wike made him minister. So after God is Wike to him. And they said the only way Wike can take control of this place and chase Sobra away is to seize the IYC and the job platform.
Where no stake.
Yes, INC is already in the hands of, they already have ESCO. So they came here to take the eastern zone. So they move election from Opopo, move election everywhere, and finally they failed. And now they are going to the tomorrow, where they want to make the constitution and give the IYC to him as his personal property. So we too are going to go there. It's not his personal property. Like I said from the beginning, the John Nation is what had made me who I am today. It gave me a platform. And it is this platform that kept me alive. And it just said Koroyipu to Tombo Jikeya Koroyipu. Ijaw nation is strong. You cannot oppress us. Whatever you have in your mind to turn the Ijaw nation to, you will fail. Tombo Jikeya, you cannot do it. So that's what we have. So the thing is greed. They are wicked foot soldiers. Jonathan Lokpobri is working with Wike to seize the job platform and to use it against the job people. Like what he's trying to take Ohaneze. He's also trying to take Ohaneze by sponsoring a president general. When he says he's a Benin man, he's not an Igbo man. Wike is an insatiable man, but we know him. We know him very well. Every Pharaoh God created, he created a Moses for him. The time is coming. Maybe Sem is not the Pharaoh. Sem is not the Moses. Maybe a Moses will come. You remember? He appointed tax masters, Pharaoh, from among the Hebrews to chastise them to work. So people, maybe the true Moses had not come to tame him, but somebody will surely come and tame him.